If a woman says any of these 5 things, she's not the one. And if you stay, you're signing up for heartbreak. What if I told you the signs were always there? The problem is most men ignore them until it's too late. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 subtle things women say that scream, run. Not because they're bad people, but because they're bad for you. And trust me, I've lived through some of these mistakes so you don't have to. This isn't about hate, this is about value. Welcome to the evolved man. I don't know what I want. Sounds familiar, doesn't it, gentlemen? This phrase, my friends, is a siren song. It's often disguised as vulnerability, maybe even a cry for help. But let me tell you, a woman who genuinely doesn't know what she wants is a woman who will inevitably drag you into the depths of her own confusion. You'll find yourself on a roller coaster of emotions. One minute she's craving commitment. The next, she's pulling away, claiming she needs to find herself. And where does that leave you? Lost in her indecision, trying to decipher her mixed signals. You'll exhaust yourself trying to be the perfect man, the one who finally makes her see what she's been missing. But let me tell you something. You're not a therapist, gentlemen. A woman who doesn't know what she wants needs to figure that out on her own. Your job isn't to wait around hoping she'll magically have an epiphany. You have your own purpose, your own goals, your own life to live. Remember, confusion breeds chaos. So, her last boyfriend was crazy, and the one before that, and the one before that? Let me ask you something, gentlemen. If every single one of her exes was crazy, who do you think the common denominator is? Look, I understand that relationships end, and sometimes they end badly. But when a woman consistently paints a narrative where every single one of her exes is the villain, it's time to pay attention. This isn't about judging her past relationships. This is about recognizing a pattern of behavior, a lack of accountability that should set off alarm bells. Because if she can't acknowledge her own role in the demise of those relationships, what do you think is going to happen when the two of you inevitably hit a bump in the road? You guessed it. You become the next crazy ex. Pay attention to the signs, gentlemen. Chapter 3. This one, gentlemen, this one is a real heartbreaker. It's the ultimate backhanded compliment, often delivered with tears, with guilt, with what appears to be genuine concern. But don't let the waterworks fool you. Guilt is not love. I've seen it countless times. A good man, a stand-up guy, pouring his heart and soul into a woman who doesn't truly appreciate him. He shows up for her, day in and day out, only to be met with this phrase that cuts him to his core. You deserve better. And what does he do? He tries harder. He bends over backwards, convincing himself that if he just loves her enough, she'll finally realize what she's got. But let me tell you something. When a woman utters those words, it's not an invitation to prove her wrong. It's a warning. She's telling you, in no uncertain terms, that she doesn't see you as her equal. She doesn't value you the way you deserve to be valued. Believe her the first time. Chapter 4. The classic, I'm not ready for a relationship line. Let's unpack this one, shall we? Gentlemen, I'm going to be blunt. When a woman tells you she's not ready for a relationship, what she's really saying is, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. We've all heard it. We probably even used it ourselves a time or two. And you know what? Deep down, we know exactly what it means. It's a soft rejection, a way of letting you down gently without hurting your feelings. But here's the thing. It hurts nonetheless. We tell ourselves it's about her, that she's got things to figure out, that her timing is just off. But let's be real, gentlemen. If Chris Hemsworth came knocking on her door tomorrow, do you think she'd still be hung up on her timeline? Don't fool yourselves. When a woman meets a man who truly captivates her, all those excuses about not being ready fly right out the window. Remember, you are not a placeholder. Chapter 5. Now this one, gentlemen, this one really grinds my gears. You're too nice. It's the ultimate insult disguised as a compliment. Let me tell you something. Being nice is not a weakness. It's a sign of good character, of empathy, of basic human decency. But here's where it gets tricky. Some women mistake kindness for weakness. They want a man who is assertive, a man who takes charge, a man who isn't afraid to challenge them. And when they don't feel that edge, that tension, that raw masculinity, they label you as too nice. Let me be clear. There's a difference between being nice and being a pushover. You can be respectful, considerate, and still maintain your boundaries, your standards, your masculinity. In fact, that's what a true high-value man does. Set boundaries, not just vibes. You want to be the man she chooses, respects, and stays loyal to? Then stop ignoring red flags wrapped in sweet words. Walk away when it's time. You're not desperate, you're valuable. If you felt this, hit that like button, subscribe for weekly drops, and tell me in the comments, what's one line a woman said to you that you wish you walked away from sooner?